We will continue our media availabilities. We are now joined by Ross Chastain, driver of the #1 Worldwide Express Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing. We will go ahead and open it up for questions. If you have one, please raise your hand and we'll get a mic over to you. We'll start with Greg.
Hey, Ross. Greg Engel with Forbes. This is the first time you're coming to a playoff race, actually being in the playoffs. What's the feeling like, and how do you change your strategy, so to speak, going forward now that you are in the playoffs for the first time?
Yeah, it feels good. This week has surprisingly been normal. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were all really just average days. Playoff media day was something that I've looked forward to for a long time, and I know 1 year ago I wasn't in it, and I wasn't there, and as silly as it sounds, and I know that you get a lot of odd answers when you ask people, drivers what they think about it. That was a big motivating factor for me for an entire year, was to not miss that, and I hope that this is, and I'll work to make sure that this is my first of many playoff media days on Thursday. So, beyond that, still bunked with my dad at the hotel last night, right? Like, shared a room with him. He came up, and he's got a room starting tonight, but didn't have one last night and came up early. So it's business as usual for us. And now that we're pulled over here to the track this morning, it's I don't know what the emotions will be throughout the weekend, but I know that in 10 weeks I'll be better for all this, and I'll learn. I learn every race, every lap, and I'll do the same through all of this. I don't know what to expect, but I'm here to experience it.
And the best place in the country watermelons are coming from right now?
Oh, the Mardell, the Delmarva Peninsula up there, Maryland and Delaware.
I knew you know that.
Yeah.
Thanks, pal.
Yep.
We'll go to Mike and then to Bob.
Mike Hembry, NBC. Obviously, you want to win every race, every time, but how much thinking goes into how aggressive you can and can't be in the playoffs? Because if you crash this weekend, you get way behind. Do you strategize much about that, or just don't think about it a whole lot?
Well, first of all, Mike Hembry, NBC has a good ring to it. I just wanted to remember that. Yeah, it does, for sure, right? You just look back to when I look back to the spring and preparing for this weekend, we had one of the fastest cars here, and I spun out off of 2 on a restart with 100 to go of a 300-lap race. So definitely don't need that to happen, right? But I learned from it, and I'll be better for it. So, I don't want to see the care center. I've seen too many care centers this summer, and I'm good. I'll do everything I can to stay out of there.
We'll go to Bob.
Bob Pockers, Fox Sports. You're in here this early since you're doing the Xfinity race. I'm curious, did you do it just to kind of have a distraction from Cup, or did you do it for extra laps, or are you doing it just to do it?
Well, I'm a racer, so I love to race, and especially when it can be at the track on the weekend of my real focus of Cup. It's not a distraction in my mind. It was a lot of extra preparation, which is awesome. It filled my weeks leading up to this, and we built out a plan with Chevy and Trackhouse and Big Machine Racing so that we could never feel like we were kind of a half step behind. We wanted to be a step ahead. So I've done a lot of double duty and triple duty weekends, but we definitely put more emphasis in the planning of how all this was going to go for the last 2 weeks leading up to today's race.
We'll go to Jordan.
Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. Have you changed your routine or preparation this week with what the playoffs are, whether that's limiting distractions or just anything?
No, sir.
Everything's just status quo.
It's wild. I thought there would be differences, and I thought I would feel different. I thought I would wake up and think different things or not be able to sleep, and I'm really happy that it's just been a normal week minus media day on Thursday.
Are there any other questions for Ross? All right. Thank you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.